And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/Takes by Fans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. Alrighty, today's a big old Saturday. We are continuing on with our NFL draft prospect of the day today. I know we are getting kind of very close up to that draft day, trying to fit a few more draft prospects in here before we start ordering our lists and making our final kind of mock drafts right up until that Thursday, that coveted Thursday night of first round of draft coverage, where we will be having our live draft show. So come over to twitch.tv/Takes by Fans. Come join other fans, and let's all experience the future of our teams together, folks. Let's see how it goes. So We've got that coming up on Thursday. Stick to our Twitter for official time start of that. All right, so we're looking at Davis Mills, quarterback from Stanford today. He's had a little bit of a rocky career, starting in 2017, getting redshirted, and then basically only playing like nine games through his entire collegiate career. So we're going to be looking at him just to see what he's got. He's not going to be a first-round pick, probably not even a second-round pick, but later in this draft, or a potential kind of project quarterback, if you want to call him that. So we'll see if any team takes a chance on this man. So we'll see how this man's looking in his kind of basically only year playing this year. 2020 season, COVID season, he played, and so we'll take a look at him. And then obviously breaking down the NBA from last night, doing a moneymaker for tonight's action. We got a game tipping off at 1 o'clock, so hopefully we can get through the show at our moneymaker right in time for that. So let's just jump right into it with the stories of the day. And the big one, the trade that happened yesterday in the NFL. The Ravens trading offensive lineman Orlando Brown to the Chiefs. Wow, the Ravens and the Chiefs, we know they're just so kind of similar, and just kind of their style of offense, I would say, kind of high explosive, high speed, great mobile quarterbacks. So Ravens, who are a little kind of they're kind of the B tier Chiefs team, honestly, if you want to call them that. I've got no problem. I would call them that. I did call them that. So the Ravens, kind of the B squad of what the Chiefs are, making the Chiefs even a little bit better here. So the Ravens trade their offensive lineman Orlando Brown to the Chiefs, and now let's talk about the compensation. And I think the Chiefs kind of got away with robbery on this one, folks. So the Chiefs get obviously the offensive tackle Orlando Brown. They get the 2021 second-round pick from the Ravens, and they also get a 2022 sixth-round pick. So now they get the coveted proven talent. That's fantastic, the Chiefs, and they don't really give up anything. They give up a second-round pick. Okay, you can, or no, they get a second round pick. Let's talk about what they give up. That's a little bit better. So they get Orlando Brown. Now let's see what the Chiefs gave up. They gave up their first round pick in this year's draft, the 31st pick of this year's draft. Is that going to be good? I mean, the Chiefs don't need anything. They want proven talent, and they went out and got a proven offensive lineman, which we will see in a second that they desperately need. So they give away their first round pick in this year's draft. They give away their third round pick in this year's draft. They also give away their fourth round pick in this year's draft. And then they give up their fifth round pick in next year's draft. So they give away this year, they give away their first, their third, and their fourth round pick. But they get the proven offensive tackle. They also get a second round pick in this year's draft in compensation for that. So they have 2 second-round picks, and then they've also got their 6th-round pick in next year's draft. So if we're just looking at pure compensation, yeah, the Ravens get a lot of picks, but, I mean, we're talking late first-round pick. We're talking third and fourth-round picks. I mean, is that anything good for proven talent that is winnable in this league? I don't think so, man. So I got to give it to the Chiefs, kind of 100% winning this trade. They had a need that they needed filled. They went out and got probably one of the best, linemen that is proven in this league, because when we look at what he's done, This is what he did last season. Orlando Brown at left tackle, 0 sacks or hits allowed on 389 pass blocking snaps last season. So, I mean, folks, he gives up no sacks. Perfect. That's exactly what you want with pass protection. Give us time. Don't let the quarterback get hit, and definitely don't let the quarterback get sacked. And that's exactly what Orlando Brown did last season. So, yes, of course the Chiefs are going to kind of trade all, the first round pick, the third round pick, the fourth round pick, fifth year's pick next season. Of course, you trade your picks to get proven talent, folks. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I want proven talent over draft picks, and anything outside of a top 10 draft pick is absolutely trash. You don't know what you're getting. I will take proven talent all day, and that's exactly what the Chiefs did, and they've been building up their kind of offensive linemen through kind of, trading and free agency, because this is what the Chiefs offensive lineman is looking like this season. They got Orlando Brown, newly acquired, the trade that we're talking about, left tackle. They got Joe Thuney, left guard from New England. They got Austin Blythe, the center from the Rams. They got Kyle Long, the right guard from Chicago, and then they've still got their right tackle, Mike Remmers, that's been playing with them. So, I mean, new upgraded offensive line, and that's exactly what the Chiefs need. Their offense is still solid besides the offensive line. The defense is still pretty solid, but what killed them in the Super Bowl? Why did they lose the Super Bowl? Because the Bucs defense got so much pressure on freaking Patrick Mahomes, they could not do anything offensively. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes ran nearly 500 yards, 497 yards to be exact, to avoid the Bucs pass rush in the Super Bowl, most by a quarterback all season, not just, all year or, not anything, all season, folks. So no other quarterback was kind of this under this much distress during any single game this season. So the Chiefs, they had the void, they had a need. We have to get our line better. We just did that. We will trade our draft picks because we've got everything else. We've still got, our wide receivers, our tight ends, our running backs, our defensive backs, our defensive linemen, and we're all still pretty set on all that, but we need to shore up the line. So when we get back to the Super Bowl, because they probably will, and unless it's the Colts, like we're saying, the Chiefs, I mean, they just need to protect Patrick Mahomes, and that's exactly what they did. So I would say the Chiefs 100% won this trade. They got the proven talent. They still have a second round pick in this year's draft, and they don't really have any other need to fill 100%. Not another need that's totally going to ruin them in the Super Bowl if they get there again. Like the line was so lackluster last season. That's why they lost the Super Bowl, because of that offensive line not being able to protect Patrick Mahomes. So, got to give it up for the Chiefs all day. Now, what are the Ravens doing with these draft picks? We're really not sure. We're still not really sure the direction that the Ravens are going to move into in this draft. Are they going to shore up their defense a little bit? Are they going to try and get another weapon? We just saw them sign. Who did they sign? Their deep threat, Sammy Watkins. They just signed him for a deep threat. So, we'll see if, he gets good, if he stays good, whatever. Or if the Ravens just try and get another kind of a weapon at wide receiver. So, we'll see what the Ravens do, but all these draft picks, they got to pan out still. They still have to pan out. The Ravens just traded away proven talent for potential talent, and I don't think that's great. So we'll see how the Chiefs are looking and the Ravens are looking in the draft. We'll see what they do in the draft, and then more importantly, we'll see what they do in this offseason to really kind of get a full overview of which team won this trade. But just for right now, a day after the trade, I got to give it up for the Chiefs. They got the proven talent. Alrighty, this was before last night's action in the NBA, but the Rockets and the Timberwolves have both officially been eliminated from the playoffs. Unfortunately, can't get to that kind of number 10 seed. Truly unfortunate here. So what do we say? The Rockets and the Timberwolves, both in the West, absolutely trash. 15 and 16 wins this season. Not very good. The Thunder are on the cusp of getting eliminated from the playoffs as well, having only 20 wins. What do we got here in the Eastern Conference? Magic and the Pistons, yeah, they're also kind of on that verge of getting, eliminated from the playoffs. They are both currently, the Magic and the Pistons are both currently, what do we got? Oh my goodness, 8 games out from that 10th seed for the play-in tournament. So definitely not looking great for them, obviously. So I'm sure they'll be eliminated any minute now, any day now, once that kind of threshold of games left, gets passed. But Yeah, just truly unfortunate. The Houston Rockets, they had a slim chance right before Christian Wood went down, where Victor Oladipo, John Wall, and Christian Wood were all playing together consecutively, and they were winning games, and we were betting them. We were rooting for them, and we were talking about them highly on our show. But then after Christian Wood went down, everything just fell apart. They started to clean house. They traded Victor Oladipo. John Wall wasn't playing every single night. They got rid of Victor Oladipo. They brought in Kelly Olynyk. Christian Wood gets healthy, and they still weren't that good of a team after that. So they had a small slimmer of hope that Houston, the Rockets, they could have done something this season, but Christian Wood going down really ruined it. And then for the Timberwolves, I mean, Karl Anthony Towns not playing this entire season, D'Angelo Russell going down, Anthony Edwards having to kind of be all out there by himself, a rookie trying to do it all himself. He couldn't kind of maintain that too much, so the Wolves floundered. But then Karl Anthony Towns got healthy, then D'Angelo Russell got healthy, and they just started to win games. So I'm a little saddened for this Wolves team, truly, just because they just started to get good, where the Rockets, they had their chance, they just never seized it, or, the injuries just kind of ruined their chances. The Timberwolves, yeah, the injuries ruined their chances, but they still had, they still got better. They still didn't kind of mail in the season. Once everybody kind of got re-healthy, they started to win games. So I'm a little upset there that the Timberwolves have now officially been eliminated. I mean, we knew they weren't going to make the playing tournament in the West, but, just that slimmer of hope that they were able to kind of hold on to in the West. But yeah, just truly unfortunate. And we'll see what happens next season. And I truly hope the Timberwolves don't kind of trade away any of their pieces. Karl Anthony Towns, Ricky Rubio even. D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards. They're obviously not going to trade Anthony Edwards. I mean, they just used a first overall draft pick on that man. But yeah, I mean, I want to see what this team can do full healthy next season. Kind of clean slate, starting at 0-0, everybody healthy, because we saw some great performances. I mean, Ricky Rubio was facilitating the floor fantastic for the starters. D'Angelo Russell off the bench was getting it done as well. So we'll see what their starting lineup's going to be. We'll see if they kind of just shore up their team by just adding maybe one superstar or kind of two other kind of role pieces just to kind of shore up their bench a little bit more. And this Wolves team, they could be one of the top team. Well, not top. Should we say top? Can we say top? One of the top teams there in the West. Obviously, the West is very good. The Jazz, the Suns, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Lakers, the Blazers, the Grizzlies even. I mean, they do have, their work cut out for them next season, absolutely. But I would rock with them if I have to kind of bet on them to make the top 8 in the West next season. I think what kind of we saw this season with their main core three of D'Angelo Russell, D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, I think I would give that a shot. I would definitely, see what they can do next season. So we'll see what happens, but truly a little bit of an unfortunate season this year for the Timberwolves and the Rockets. I mean, injuries really just plaguing both of these teams, unfortunately. We'll see you next year, really. Finish up these regular season games, make the most of it, because you're not seeing no playoff action, unfortunately. So, truly unfortunate for those teams. All right, another unfortunate kind of little safety protocol here. De'Aaron Fox will miss at least 10 to 14 days due to the health and safety protocols. We just saw Zach LaVine the other day get placed on this kind of safety protocols, and now De'Aaron Fox is on here as well. He was probably, he's their main scorer on their team. Him and Buddy Hield really get it done. De'Aaron Fox gets it more done reliable, more consistently than Buddy Hield does, so the Kings are definitely going to miss his kind of scoring output. The man was putting up like 30 points a game, folks. The man was truly under the radar. If the Kings were a little bit of a better team, a little bit of a better coach team, we all know Luke Walton is truly ruining this team, but they do have some nice scorers out here. They play offense almost as good as any other team in this league. It's just their defense is truly lackluster. Let's see where they are right now. And they were kind of in the mix to try and potentially make a run for that 10th seed here. They are currently number 12 in the West. The Kings are with 24 wins, 35 losses, and they are 5 games back from that 10th seed. So they were, they maybe could have had a chance. Maybe. I can't really see them being that consistent. They've never really kind of been that consistent. As we see, they are 2-8 in their last 10 games. Nothing great. But yeah, truly unfortunate there for the Kings. Now really can't even make that last playoff push. Even they probably weren't going to get it with De'Aaron Fox, but now they definitely won't be able to get it without De'Aaron Fox. So he's going to miss 7 to 10 days, miss a couple of games here, and I mean, folks, we're down to the nitty gritty. I mean, let me take a quick look at basically how many games are left for these teams right now, because I think we're at like 15 games left, maybe. We're just going to take the Bucks really quickly. Since we clicked on them first, we'll see how many games they have left. So they got the Hawks, or the 76ers, the Hawks, the Hornets, the Rockets, the Bulls, the Nets, the Wizards, the Rockets, the Spurs, the Magic, the Pacers, the Heat, the Bulls. That's it, folks. 14 games left. 14 games left now. We'll just kind of say for every team now. Every team is, usually, a game, 2, 3 games, within each other. So, about 14 games left for all these teams out here. And the Kings, without De'Aaron Fox, have to try and make up 5 games out of those 14. And, De'Aaron Fox is going to miss maybe 3 or 4 out 10 to 14 days. So, yeah, the Kings very close to that elimination as well. De'Aaron Fox, I mean, what a stud. Absolutely what a stud. We'll see if he, is on the Kings next season. We'll see if he kind of, forces his way off that team, because he is truly a great talent in this league and definitely deserves to be winning a little bit more than what he is currently right now in this very, very poorly coached Kings team. Alrighty, and then the last little story here, little clip from the Warriors last night. And can we talk about Steph Curry going out and beating the Nuggets? We're going to talk about that game, but absolutely fantastic to them and this Steph Curry team, man. He's a true just dog out there. He will do whatever it takes to win. He will put his team on his back every single game in, game out. So huge respect to Steph Curry, honestly. Just a great leader, great player, great shooter, and he will lead you to wins. If you just get on his back and, ride him to the promised land, he will bring you there. So we get Steph Curry going over to the sideline, talking it up with Klay Thompson. Klay's got the mask. Steph's got the towel over his head, so you can't really tell what they're talking about. But you can just tell the genuine bond and relationship that these two players have. What a great duo. Truly unfortunate, truly saddened that Klay Thompson has missed these last 2 seasons just watching Steph Curry go beast mode without him. Klay Thompson knowing that, hey, if I was in there, we would be, top 4 in the West. No problem. So it definitely kills Klay. Steph Curry, goes out there, still talks it up, still, big relationship between these two players. And when we kind of look at, other players that kind of, maybe have this kind of fake bond with other players, I do want to kind of bring up, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. I don't think they would have the same relationship that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson do. So, we know Steph Curry is just a great guy out here, a great leader, talking it up with Klay Thompson right here. But I can't really see the roles being reversed with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. I don't think they would have this kind of relationship if they were kind of put in the same circumstances together. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, in my opinion, they just have personalities that, they will kind of eat the kind of weaker player or just kind of, other player that's not contributing to their success. They would kind of, put them to the fire, push comes to shove. Hey, I'm not going to take any kind of, tarnish on my record or my name. So I kind of pass it off, where we kind of see this relationship with Steph Curry. It's nothing kind of like that. But that's just my opinion out here. That's just kind of how I see these players and just what I get, what I see, what's brought to my attention, how I gauge players and what they say kind of, in public and all that. But I don't think, and I'm not trying to bash Kyrie Irving here. I'm just talking about the differences in kind of like leadership and all that. And Kyrie Irving is just not a leader to me, folks. And I know I say this a lot, but gosh darn, the fact that LeBron James did not want to kind of continue to play with Kyrie Irving, and then Kyrie Irving teaming up with James Harden, and then kind of early in this season, Kyrie Irving is kind of, goes out of the media, says, no, James Harden's the point guard, because Kyrie didn't want to be the point guard because he wants to be seen as kind of this main. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be the Kobe. He wants to be the Michael Jordan, but he's not the Kobe and Michael Jordan. We see he can't win games by himself out here. Steph Curry is single-handedly winning games out here. Another reason why we can kind of compare these two, because they're kind of both great on the floor, but one has better leadership and one will do anything it takes to win these games. We just saw the Nets barely beat the Celtics with no Kemba Walker, no Evan Fournier, and no Jaylen Brown. Come on. And I know the Nets don't have Kevin Durant in that, but that doesn't make a difference, folks, especially of how much Kyrie Irving talks about how great he is and how good of a leader he is, but we don't see the action. So I didn't want to use this segment to kind of bash on Kyrie Irving. I do that enough, folks, and I truly don't like to do that much because he is a great talent on the court, but his just kind of ego and God complex just kind of get in the way of that a little bit, folks. So, I just love this right here. I truly love this, man. Honestly, Steph Curry, what a freaking player. Just an overall great guy, it seems like, of just kind of what we see out here. So, man, oh, man, I love it. I love it. The Warriors, I love it. Steph Curry, I love it. I would love to be in this kind of Warriors organization with Steph Curry around. It's just got to be so great in just kind of an uplifting place. And they are winners and they are competitors. So yes, it's going to get, kind of heated sometimes, but at the end of the day, he will go and bring everybody up because they are losing. He will do whatever it takes to win games. So I got to respect Steph Curry for that. And I love seeing this kind of little clip here of him going over to Klay Thompson, and we don't know what they're saying, obviously, but I just imagine it being like, hey, man, I'm doing this for the both of us, man. Don't kind of be down on yourself that you can't help out here. We're getting it done. This is still our team. We are still the Splash Brothers. Have no worries. I know, just some injuries have plagued you over these last 2 years, but it's truly, try not to be too hard on yourselves, man. I got us. Do not worry. So I love it, man. I love Steph Curry, man. Absolutely. What a freaking player. What a leader. He seems like a great guy just in general. So, absolutely love it here. All right, some quick stories to go over before we get into the rest of the show here. So those were all the stories we needed to go over. So let's head over to the NBA, break down what happened yesterday in the NBA. Some good games, some close games, some kind of decent upsets, some decent not key players being out for teams, but they still rise to the occasion to win, a la the Hawks last night. Absolutely fantastic. No Clint Capella, no Trae Young, and they still get the win, double-digit, 15-point win over the Heat. Yikes. So we'll break down what happened in the NBA last night. We'll do our moneymaker for tonight's section, and then we'll head over to our NFL draft prospect of the day, looking at Davis Mills, quarterback from Stanford, seeing what that man is all about. So here we go. Let's get into it. All right, first game up is the Heat and the Hawks. Not good at all for this Heat team. How does this Heat team lose against this Hawk with no Trae Young and then no Clint Capella on top of that? And Lou Williams only played 19 minutes off the bench still. It's not like he got elevated to that starting role, which we kind of thought potentially would happen. So very, very well done to this Hawks team, continuing on winning. I absolutely love it here. Winning without your best player, without your second best player. Another reason why we can't buy this Nets team too much. Oh no, James Harden's out, y'all can't win. Oh no, Kevin Durant's out, y'all still can't win. It's not like they don't have other pieces, folks. I don't want to hear Bruce Brown, Joe Harris. They still got other good shooters on that team, so there is no excuse for Kyrie Irving not getting it done, especially of how good of a superstar that he claims to be. He should be able to kind of carry trash, decently to some wins like LeBron James has done his entire career, but that's not Kyrie Irving, folks, and another reason why we can't call that man a leader. Come on. If you want to, just kind of, love his game for his game, that's fine, but we can't be elevating Kyrie Irving anymore. Truly, we can't be elevating Kyrie Irving anymore. And we'll talk about it a little bit more once we get to that Celtics-Nets game from last night, but can we all tone it down a little bit on Kyrie Irving, please? Alrighty. All right, so the Heat in the Hawks. Let's start here with the Hawks. No Trae Young, no Clint Capella. Absolutely magnificent that they still were able to win. And look at this. This bench, man, this was probably one of the best bench performances ever. And I absolutely love that because they all stepped it up. Next man up mentality. And they all took advantage. So let's talk about it here. This was the starting lineup that they went with. Bogdanovich is the starting point guard. Starting one. Kevin Huerter goes down to the starting two. Solomon Hill at the 3, John Collins at the 4, and then Onyeka Okongwu at the 5. So, a little bit of a shakeup here. And they all got it done. Bogdanovich still doing good. 21 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 of 9 from 3. Exactly what he was doing with Trae Young, and him moving to kind of more of a facilitator role out here. Still got it done with the 8 assists and the 21 points. So fantastic. Kevin Huerter at the 2, 11 points, 5 steals, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 of 8 from 3, and 44% on 9 shots. So overall, a good game. He was a +6 in the win as well. Onyeka Okongwu, 6 points, 7 rebounds. He only took 4 shots. So once again, doing his part out here. Obviously not as good as, what Clint Capella could do. The man can give us 20 points a game. Can't really see that from Olynyk. But, still overall a -2 in a, what do we got? 15-point win. It's not the best, but it's still, decently solid for him kind of, getting his kind of first starts out here. Solomon Hill at the 3, 9 points on 6 shots and 4 rebounds to go along with that. And then John Collins stepping it up as well, 20 points, 8 rebounds on 64% shooting, 1 of 1 from 3. So fantastic there. So all the starters decently got it done, but it's truly the bench that really kind of won then the game last night. Brandon Goodwin off the bench, 17 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds on 60% shooting. Danilo Gallinari, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 of 7 from 3. And then Lou Williams, 13 points, 2 steals, 2 assists on 45% from the field and 1 of 1 from 3. So overall, we got some real solid, great production here off the bench, and that was able to help the Hawks last night. So everybody participating in this Hawks win without their 2 best players can absolutely give them so much credit for that. And the Hawks are, still, vying for kind of playoff positioning here. They're at the 5, could still potentially drop down all the way to, the 7th, potentially the 8th seed as well. I mean, they only have about a 3.5 game lead from that 5th seed down all the way to that 8th seed. So there is still, opportunities for them to drop. They just faced the Heat last night, who is number 7 there in the Eastern Conference. And, the Hawks only have a 2-game lead on the Heat, a 1-game lead going into last night. So an absolutely huge game, and they all stepped it up. Got to give the Hawks so much credit for that. And now when we talk about the Heat, they just didn't have Victor Oladipo. That's it. That's really it. And he hasn't been there for a while, and they were still winning games without Victor Oladipo. So there is no reason why this Heat team should have lost last night, and they did. So really, real bad there. The starters all got it done. The bench, very, very lackluster, and that's just absolutely tragic for this team. We can't count on Goran Dragic. Absolutely pathetic. We can usually Goran Dragic, honestly, is probably the second best player on this team besides Jimmy Butler. Maybe third if you want to put him behind Bam Adebayo, that's fine. I've got no problem with that, but he's always kind of this leader on this team, so a lackluster performance by him last night really kind of cost him a little bit. But let's get in this Heat team now. Jimmy Butler, 19 points, 7 assists, 2 rebounds, 0 of 3 from 3, 46% overall from the field. Trevor Ariza, 13 points, 10 rebounds. He shot 3 of 6 from 3. Trevor Ariza is a real great piece to this Heat team. Bam Adebayo, 16 points, but only 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Duncan Robinson, 13 points, but 2 of 10 from 3. Gosh darn, Duncan Robinson, really, man, he is kind of spotty out here. And, he's a reason why when they lose games, Duncan Robinson's a decently key piece on why they lose games if he's not efficient from the 3. So a little unfortunate there. Kendrick Nunn, 21 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 5 of 9 from 3, 53% overall from the field. So he had a pretty good game. Could have facilitated the floor a little bit more but with the only 2 assists there, but we'll give him the 21 points, led the team in scoring, so we'll give him that all day. And then off the bench, just absolutely nothing good here. Andre Iguodala, 0 points on 4 shots. Goran Dragic, 3 points on 3 shots. Dwayne Dedmon, 6 points. He shot 100%, so fantastic there, but still 6 points. We need scoring to come from somebody, and they just couldn't get it done off the bench. Tyler Hero put up 12 points, 2 of 5 from 3, decent. Played 16 minutes, shot 50% from the field, so just a decent all-around game. But at the end of the day, they lose by 15. Somebody has to pick up the scoring slack, and just nobody got it done last night. So the Heat, a tough loss, and I don't know what's going on with this team. Ever since Victor Oladipo got there, they just started losing games for really kind of no reason. It's kind of wonky. So Heat with the big old loss last night, 118-103 over the Hawks. Not great, but shout out to the Hawks, man. Got to give it up for them. And, Trae Young shouldn't be out that long, honestly. So, this Hawks team, let's see, can they move up? Yeah, they can move up to the 4th seed. Probably won't be able to get up to that 3rd seed. They are 4 games out from that Bucks team at number 3, but definitely can kind of take over that 4th seed, get home court advantage through the first round of the playoffs, which would be pretty good, especially if you're going to face the Knicks because you guys, had the same record. They just had the tiebreaker. So, this Hawks team, got to give them so much credit. A huge game to win, and they went out and win it. Honestly, they would have been the 7th seed if they lost last night in the play-in tournament, but they go out and win, secure that 5 seed for another couple of days here, and now in prime position to take over the 4th seed. So, once again, just got to give it up for this Hawks team. Love this Hawks team, truly. A little bit of a shame that we just did take them out of the top 10 last night in our power rankings. I took them out because we weren't sure how they were going to play without kind of Trae Young, but they won. Got to give it up for them, like we've been saying. So fantastic to the Hawks last night. All right, let's go to the Nets and the Celtics now in a close one here. Nets only winning by 5, 109-104. One of our moneymaker picks, we bet on this Nets team -3. I mean, we thought it was easy. Didn't think it was going to be this close, but it was this close. So, little unfortunate there by the Nets not blowing out this team. Got to blow out this team. You got to blow out this team. No Jaylen Brown, no Kemba Walker. I mean, this is the lineup. Marcus Smart, Romeo Langford, Jason Tatum, Semi Fehoko, and Tristan Thompson. Y'all think that's a good starting five? Oh, Evan Fournier did play last night. Okay, but he went 0 of 7, 2 points. Absolutely trash out there. I thought he was still in COVID-19 protocols, but must have just made it right before the tip-off. So, very well done to Evan Fournier, but he still kind of didn't play out there. Only 2 points on 0 of 7 shooting. Not very good. But still, no Kemba Walker and still no Jaylen Brown. Should have been a blowout. But let's start here with the Nets since they won the game. Kyrie Irving, 15 points, 11 assists, 9 rebounds, but 21% on 19 shots, 0 of 6 from 3. Really not efficient out there. The 11 assists and 9 rebounds, that's all great. That's fine. I love that. But, 15 points, lackluster scoring, 5 turnovers, barely winning against the Celtics, depleted Celtics team. That's the Kyrie Irving y'all want to root for. That's fine, but I would like a little bit more winning. Can you win? Can you win, folks? That's the mantra of the show. Can you win? Are you winning? And Kyrie Irving, he won last night, so we'll give it up for him, but overall, by himself, he doesn't win, man. Alrighty. Landry Shamet starting at the 2. 9 points, 3 rebounds on 37% shooting on 8 shots, 1 of 4 from 3. Nothing great. DeAndre Jordan, 8 points, 11 rebounds. Jeff Green at the 4, 19 points, 2 steals, 3 assists on 3 of 5 from 3, 45% overall from the field. And then Joe Harris, 20 points, 4 of 7 from 3. Alrighty, he's back, baby. He is back. He led the team in scoring. Fantastic. That's kind of something that else we've been kind of keeping a track on, how Joe Harris performs with Kyrie Irving, because we've been seeing Joe Harris perform absolutely incredible when it's just him and James Harden out here on a nightly basis. So Joe Harris kind of getting back to his kind of old shape here, a plus 17, 20 points, led the team in scoring, fantastic, 4 of 7 from 3, wonderful. So absolutely great here by Joe Harris. Yeah, huge. And he's, we call him the 5th man of the year. Tobias Harris, Joe Harris, 5th man of the year, honestly. And I had one other person. Who was the other person? I was gonna tweet about it. About kind of another consistent, reliable player. And I forgot who I was going to say. Tobias Harris, Joe Harris, obviously. We've been calling them our 5th man of the year all season long, and kind of a 5th man is kind of what we've been making up this year, of not kind of superstar talent, but a consistent, great piece on your starting team. So that's kind of what we kind of frame as kind of a 5th man of the year. And Joe Harris, Tobias Harris, always freaking on point, will always get you that solid point production, will always step up if they're the only guy. Like Joe Harris with James Harden, he was always stepping up when Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving weren't on the floor. So, but I forgot who we were going to give it again. Oh, no, it wasn't Paul George. It wasn't Paul George, even though Paul George is fantastic. He is a superstar. Darn it. All right, well, maybe it will come back to us. Maybe it will come back to us. And if it comes back to us, we'll mention him out. But, yeah, Joe Harris, great night last night. And then off the bench, anything great here? Bruce Brown, wonderful, 15 points, 8 rebounds on 87% shooting, absolutely fantastic. And then we get Blake Griffin off the bench, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals in 23 minutes. He did take 5 threes, and we don't like that. We've been saying that. We saw him kind of average 6 threes taken in the Pistons, thought it would come down a little bit here on the Nets, and it did. It was down, his first couple games when he was testing the waters on what he can get away with this Steve Nash head coach team that would not be as good as it was if it didn't have all this talent. Let's not, say that Steve Nash is just some great coach or something. But Blake Griffin, 1 of 5 from 3. I don't love it. So overall, and then let's also shout out this Mike James. Let's get him. Mike Jones, 8 points, a plus 17 on the floor. We'll take that all day. 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 37% shooting. Not the greatest, but we'll take the 8 points. We'll take that. So overall, a decent night by the Nets, able to squeak out one against this Celtics team. So let's talk about this Celtics team now. Like we said, no Kemba Walker, no Jaylen Brown in the lineup of Marcus Smart, Romeo Langford, Tristan Thompson, Semi Fehoko, and Jason Tatum. That's not looking real good out there. Luckily, Jason Tatum had a great game, and this is what Jason Tatum has really been doing. He's been getting it done by himself. No Kemba Walker for one game, no Jalen Tatum for one game. It's always Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. All right, let's start here with Jason Tatum, since we're saying his name. 38 points, 10 rebounds, 6 of 12 from 3, taking 12 threes already, but he made 50%, so we'll give it to him. 38 points, absolutely fantastic, especially they had lackluster shooters last night, so yes, I want Tatum taking all the shots last night. He should have had every single shot. So Tatum with the 38 points, we'll take that. Marcus Smart in the starting point guard position, 19 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 of 10 from 3, 41% overall from the field. Not the greatest, but still got it done decently. It was a +4 on the court, so got to give it up for that in a kind of, 5-point loss, so pretty decent there. Romeo Langford, 0 points on 2 shots, 2 rebounds, just nothing great. He was a -26 on the floor in 18 minutes. I don't know how he went and did that, but not great by Romeo Langford last night, truly. Tristan Thompson still here at the 5, 8 points, 9 rebounds. Semi Fehoko, 3 points on 3 shots, 2 rebounds. He just made 1 3. That's really it. So once again, cannot really count on any other offensive production. I mean, 3 starters put up together 11 points together. I mean, that's nothing great. Off the bench, Evan Fournier did play. Unfortunately, he had another kind of 0% shooting game. We saw kind of 2 of these games. The first game was his first game where he shot like 0 of 10 off the bench. And now here he is back recovering from that COVID-19 of not being on the floor for a couple of games, 0 of 7. So we can kind of, give him a little bit of a pass here of coming back in kind of game shape, game rhythm. So we can give Evan Fournier a little bit of a pass here, going 0 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. 2 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, just nothing great. He was a +5 on the floor, so I guess we can give him that. And then, oh my goodness, a huge step up that really kind of just made it look a little competitive, man, because if it wasn't for this man, I mean, woof, they would have got blown out. But Peyton Pritchard, man, got to give it up for him. 22 points off the bench, 2 assists, 3 rebounds on 66% shooting from the field, 6 of 7 from 3. So an absolutely perfect performance, a needed performance. Somebody else also needed to step up. Unfortunately, they didn't, and that's why they lose the game. So very well done to Peyton Pritchard. I mean, what is this man in? I don't think he's a rookie. What is he, 2nd year in? What do we got? Oh, he is a rookie. Look at this man go. Yes, sir. Step it up. Big time. Next man up mentality. He went and ran with it. So very well done to Peyton Pritchard. And let's also talk about Jabari Parker a little bit, because we know he's been playing a little bit here for the Celtics. 2 points, 8 rebounds in 12 minutes, so not bad. He did shoot 1 of 5 from the field, so could have been a little bit better, but I'll take those 8 rebounds, a +5 in those short 12 minutes, so getting him a little bit, more incorporated. This is what the Celtics are going to need if they want to make a long playoff push. They need good bench production. Because even with their full roster of Kemba Walker and Jaylen Brown I mean, we still got Romeo Langford and Semi Fehoko coming off the bench. It's still nothing great there. So they really need Evan Fournier to kind of be that main bench scorer. He has to kind of go on his Jordan Clarkson and go like 19 points a game, because that's going to be the only real scoring the bench is going to do. Now, if Peyton Pritchard can keep it up, absolutely fantastic. We'll see if he can. And Jabari Parker, if he can kind of make a little bit of an impact as well off the bench, that's going to be desperately needed if they want to make a long playoff run. So we'll keep an eye on the Celtics bench as always. And, like we said, about 14 games left for all these teams. Let's see how they get it done in kind of this last stretch until the play-in tournament begins. Alrighty, let's move on to the Hornets and the Cavs now. I mean, gut-wrenching loss for us. I mean, we were so high on this Cavs team last night, +1, +1.5. Remember, we were talking about kind of the line changing as we were talking about it. Cavs +1 did not hit last night. Truly unfortunate here. And the Hornets, I got to give up so much respect to this Hornets team. Next man up mentality, losing LaMelo Ball, then losing Malik Monk, then losing Gordon Hayward, and they're still winning games decently consistently. They're kind of going, I think they're like 5-5 in their last 10. They're like winning, losing every other game, I believe. What do we got? What do we got for them? 4-6 in their last 10. I think that upgraded from 3-7 when we last checked it. But yeah, shout out to this Hornets team. Very well done. A win here against the Cavs team that basically had everybody good to go. So I'm very disappointed in this Cavs team, but we'll get there second because we always start with the winners. So let's start here with the Hornets. I mean, this was the lineup that they rocked with. PJ Washington back in the starting lineup at the starting five, and we know that he hasn't really had any great success there throughout the entire season, but he had a great game last night with 25 points. So Devontae Graham, Terry Rozier, Cody Martin, Miles Bridges, P.J. Washington's the starting lineup, and the starters all got it done, honestly. Devontae Graham didn't have a great night, 8 points, but he did have 10 assists, did not shoot well at all, 2 of 13 from 3, and 18% overall from the field. Terry Rozier got into his kind of bag a little bit, 25 points, 6 assists, he shot 45%, 2 of 8 from 3, once again, not efficient, but we'll take those 25 points, absolutely. P.J. Washington, like I said, 25 points, 5 rebounds, great night, 5 of 9 from 3, just getting it done at the 5. Miles Bridges, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 4 of 6 from 3, 60% from the field. And then Cody Martin to round out the starters, 6 points on 4 attempts and 3 rebounds. But, I mean, we got 3 starters, all 25-plus points, absolutely fantastic. And then we even got a good bench production from Jalen McDaniels, who usually is in that starting lineup. So 10 points, 6 rebounds off the bench, absolutely fantastic here. So well done to this Hornets team, kind of moving around their starting roster. I mean, they only played 8 guys last night. No Cody Zeller coming off the bench as a big, just really PJ Washington getting it done. So shout out to this Hornets team, still winning games, still being competitive without 3 of their main pieces. Another reason why we're so heavy on this Hornets team, because you're winning without all your star players, and that's fantastic. Next man up mentality, how deep you are. That's really what a true team is. Yes, your superstars are kind of a huge portion of why you win games, but what's your role players doing? What is your bench doing? Because the Hornets are taking full advantage of all this kind of opportunity to get better, to prove themselves as starters or more role players, more consistent, good role players. So shout out definitely to this big old Hornets team out here, still getting some nice quality wins. All right, and then we go to the Cavs now. Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, Jared Allen, Kevin Love, all in the starting lineup and all having pretty decent games. Just unfortunately, the bench was a little lackluster, which we kind of know about the team. We don't really rely too much on this bench, and we didn't get that third kind of 25-point score that the Hornets had. So Colin Sexton, 28 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 of 8 from 3, 57% overall from the field, but we'll take the 28 points, absolutely. Darius Garland, he gets it done, 27 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Can always count on Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. They are basically the only main scorers, main consistent scorers on this Cavs team. Jared Allen, 15 points, 9 rebounds. He was a -7 on the floor. Could have been a little bit better. Kevin Love, 12 points, 5 rebounds. He shot absolutely poorly, 27% from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, and was also a -11 on the floor, the worst plus-minus on the team. So definitely could have been a little bit better there. And then Isaac Okoro at the 3, nothing great, 3 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 of 6 from the field. So truly nothing great there. And then we get Isaiah Hartenstein with 10 points off the bench, 10 points, 5 rebounds. He shot 100%, so fantastic to him, but just nothing else great. And nothing great from the other stars besides Darius Garland and Colin Sexton, who both put up 27, 28 points. So unfortunate here by the Cavs. We trusted them. They couldn't get it done against this Hornets team. Truly, truly disappointing. So we will take the blame for that. We apologize with that Cavs +1 pick. But we were feeling good. I mean, other people were feeling good. I mean, they were betting it as we were talking about it. That's why the line was coming down a little bit. So we had the right thinking, and that's just how gambling goes. You can have the right thinking. It ain't always going to work, and that's exactly what happened last night. But that's not going to stop us. You thought that was going to stop us? What are you, nuts? Come on, we'll still take that. We go back in time. We still take the Cavs +1.5 if we go back in time. So, unfortunate. Just unfortunate sometimes. Alrighty, then we go to the Clippers and the Rockets, and once again, I mean, can we give it up for Paul George here? Absolutely fantastic, and I know it's in the regular season, but hey, I mean, do what you gotta do. We're not gonna kind of clown you for doing what you're supposed to do, and that's winning when you play, and he's winning when he's playing, so we'll see how he translates into the postseason, but for right now, and I don't know if we're kind of falling under the spell of, classic regular season Paul George, but I gotta give it up for this man, kind of being the main superstar, no no Kawhi Leonard in and out, and they're still winning games, folks. They're on a nice win streak, I think. 4 games, 9-1 in their last 10, and I got to give it all up. All that credit needs to go to Paul George. It truly does. He's the only one playing consistent out here over this last kind of 2-week stretch. So shout out to Paul George. Absolutely fantastically well done. So let's start here with the Clippers. Paul George, 33 points. He's averaging like 30 points over these last 10 games, folks. Don't play with this man. 33 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Now, he wasn't efficient. I mean, 3 of 10 from 3, 30% overall from the field. Nothing great, but we'll still take the 33 points. You got to get some points. And, with all these other players, I mean, Paul George needs to be the one taking the bulk of the shots anyway. So I've got no problem with, him taking 27 shots. Absolutely not. Just, be a little bit more efficient. It usually is. I think this was probably his worst efficiency game over this kind of, like we've been saying, 2-week period. But absolutely magnificent here by Paul George. Love it. All right, Reggie Jackson still getting it done at kind of the starting point guard position. 19 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 of 6 from 3, 41% overall from the field, but he gets it done, and he's their best point guard that they've had all season, folks. Yes, Patrick Beverley is a good defender as well, but he doesn't put up this offensive production that, Reggie Jackson does on a nightly basis. So, I'm not a big fan of individual defense. That's why we haven't been really tracking Defensive Player of the Year. You switch and you don't switch, and you should have switched and you don't switch, but the coach is telling you to switch when you shouldn't. So I don't really like individual defensive performance. I like team defensive performance. I like to see what your plus minus is, what you're doing on the floor. So I don't really hammer down just defensive stats. I really think it's a team thing. If you're letting up points defensively, it's a team thing. So that's just how I feel on defense in the NBA. But Reggie Jackson, truly great job down here, kind of being the next man up because he wasn't the starter. Patrick Beverley's been the starter, but Reggie Jackson, absolutely wonderful out here. Another good night by him. Terrence Mann at the starting 2, not a great night. 5 points, 3 rebounds. He was a +7 on the floor, so we'll give it to him. Zubac, 12 points, 8 rebounds. And then Patrick Patterson to round out the starters, 12 points, 6 rebounds. So all the starters had some real great contributions out here. All real good production. And then we go down to the bench, which we can always kind of rely on. Somebody's going to step it up. Somebody's going to kind of elevate their play with all these kind of other players out. No Marcus Morris, no Kawhi Leonard. So Amir Coffey, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and then DeMarcus Cousins, 11 points, 8 rebounds. Finally, he's doing something. Still not playing a lot of minutes. Played the lowest amount of minutes on the entire game with 15 minutes, but he gave us the 11 points and 8 rebounds, so we'll absolutely give that to him. So wonderful game here by the Clippers, able to hold off this Rockets team. And now for the Rockets, John Wall, 27 points, 13 assists, 1 of 7 from 3, not the greatest. Could have been a little bit better, but we'll take the 27 points, and absolutely we'll take those 13 rebounds. Amani Brooks at the starting 2, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Christian Wood, another monstrous game, can always rely on him. 24 points, 19 rebounds. Man, oh man, this man is fantastic. He needs to get off this Rockets team because I don't know what their future is going to look like, but I don't want to kind of wait around in Christian Wood to kind of ruin his career, ruin his kind of, starting of his prime, because what is he, in his second year right now? I don't think he's a rookie. He may be a rookie, honestly. No, 4 years. Okay, never mind. Yeah, 4 years of experience. I was going to say I didn't think it was a rookie, but yeah, very well done to Christian Wood here. Let's get him, off of this garbage team. Let's get him kind of competing already. And then Kelly Olynyk, another good game from him. 23 points, 10 rebounds. Once again, just 2 of 6 from 3. Nothing special. 61% from the field. So he got it done. And then Jae'Sean Tate, 8 points, 7 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 of 6 from 3. So decent here by the starters. Nothing great off their bench. Their best bench scorer was Kenya Martin with 5 points and Daniel House Jr. with 5 points. So the big thing is that Daniel House Jr. is back in action, right? Because he's been out for a little bit here. So little lackluster production from Daniel House Jr. We'll see if he kind of works his way back into that starting lineup. So we'll see if he gets back in there, if Kelly Olynyk comes down to the bench or Jae'Sean Tate comes down to the bench, something like that. But we'll see what their starting lineup's going to be. It's going to be, it doesn't matter because we just talked about it in the opening of the show of them being eliminated from the playoffs, unfortunately. But, the Rockets, it was a little bit of a good run this year. We had about a week and a half stretch where we were big on them. So shout out to the Rockets for at least making our kind of, making our show a little bit, yeah. Rockets lose. Not good. 109, 104. Very well done for the win with the Clippers. Alrighty, Wizards are winning again, folks. They just win again last night, 129-109 win over the Thunder. A nice 20-point win. Absolutely fantastic here. So, I mean, the usual suspects get it done. Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, yes, sir. Davis Bertans off the bench. Fourth leading scorer for the squad. So classic Wizards game. Glad that we just put them into our power rankings yesterday, starting them at number 10. We'll see if they're able to move up a little bit throughout this next week, but hey, they got the win, and that's all we were asking for. Can you win, and can you win consistently? And they are on a 8-game winning streak. Wizards 7-game winning streak. Is this updated? Let me refresh it one more time. 7-game winning streak. Like we said, they just got that 10th seed because they beat the Bulls the other night. Or the Bulls lost and they won, that's why. I got to give so much credit to this Wizards team, to Bradley Beal, to Russell Westbrook, always competing, always winning, or not always winning, but always giving it your all to try and win, because in the first half of the season, I mean, Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal were kind of doing their thing, but not winning games, and, they could have just phoned it in for the rest of the season, but they kept at it. Now they're in the play-in tournament, and we'll see what they can do, and I'm super excited to watch them in the play-in tournament. Alrighty, let's start here with the Wizards. Since they won, Russell Westbrook, 37 points, 11 assists, 11 rebounds, 3 of 4 from 3, 60% overall. And the best thing on top of this, 3 turnovers. Yes, sir. Cleaned up the turnovers. I know it hasn't really made too much of a difference in these past 7 games. We've seen 9 turnover games. We've seen 3. We've seen 5. We've seen 4. And they've all resulted in wins. So I'm trying not to put too much emphasis on Russell Westbrook's turnovers, but I do kind of want to keep it in check a little bit, because we know we can kind of get a little out of control out here with the 9 turnovers in a game. Bradley Beal, 33 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. He had 7 turnovers in this game, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Turnovers don't matter in this league anymore. Turn the ball over. Who cares? You're winning games. It doesn't matter. Alex Len still at the 5, 6 points, 2 rebounds, only still playing 13 minutes. Raul Neto, 15 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. And I mean, if we can get Raul Neto to kind of consistently give us these 15 points a game, this is what's going to be fantastic for this Wizards team. I mean, averaging 8 points a game here. I mean, this is what we're talking about, folks. I mean, we get no real great scoring production from anybody else besides Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. The third player that we can count on the most is probably Davis Bertans. And then the fourth, hopefully, is Raul Neto. He had a great game last night. So, shout out to Raul Neto. Let's see if he can kind of consistently get it done. And I do like this kind of lineup change. We've been seeing Bradley Beal at the 2 for the longest time, but now, kind of during this 7-game win stretch, Bradley Beal's been going down to getting moved to the starting 3 at the starting 3 position. So got to give it up for this Wizards coach of, playing around with the starting lineups a little bit here, tweaking it out to get the maximum potential out of this team. And so far it's been working. So truly shout out to this Wizards team. I love it. And then let's round out the starters here. Isaac Bonga at the 4, only playing 10 minutes, 3 points, 10 rebounds. But off the bench, who can we rely on? Davis Bertans, 12 points on 57% shooting, 4 of 7 from 3. 2 rebounds to go along with those 12 points. Also a +6 on the floor. Fantastic. What is Davis Bertans averaging? 11 points. Exactly, folks, come on. You got to give it up for this Wizards team, man. They are making it work with not the greatest scorers out here, but this leadership of Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, man, they are willing their way to wins every single night. So I give them so much credit. All right, anything good off this bench? We get Anthony Gill, haven't called him all season, 9 points, 10 rebounds, +20 on the floor. Yes, sir, in only 20 minutes. So absolutely wonderful there. Well done by this Wizards team, and we will keep betting them. We will keep buying them as long as they keep winning. That's all we want to see. So fantastic there. Alrighty, and then for the Thunder, anything good here? What do we got? Puko Svetsky, another lackluster performance, 8 points on 30% shooting. Lugan Stort's back, and a little lackluster game from him, still at the starting 2. 18 points, 8 rebounds on 14% from 3, 1 of 7 from 3, 33% from the field. So once again, nothing great. Theo Melendon at the starting 1, 20 points, led the team in scoring along with Darius Bazley, 20 points as well, 6 rebounds for Darius Bazley. Theo Melendon, 8 assists to go along with that, and then nothing great from the bench. So, no Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, no shot at a win here by the Thunder, and that's exactly what happened. They lose by 20. Alrighty, let's get these last 2 games in and try to squeeze in our moneymaker before the 1 o'clock game tips off. We should have till win 10, so we have about 16 minutes. So let's finish up these games. Here we go. Alrighty, and this one is absolutely another killer loss here by the Blazers. Yes, they lost again, if you can believe it. They have lost 4 in a row, 2-8 in their last 10. Man, oh man, and I know Damian Lillard has kind of, been out for, some of this last 10-game stretch. I get it, but these last 2 games he's been in, and once again still losing by 1 point. So Damian Lillard for MVP, I think, is now officially off the table. I think we have to take him off. We got to just take him off. He's not getting it done. Truly unfortunate here. The wins are not coming, and I don't think they're going to have enough games to kind of overcome it. So we are going to have to take Damian Lillard off the list, but we still got Giannis, Joel Embiid, Jokic, and Curry. So we'll see over these next 14 games who's really going to solidify themselves as the MVP. But let's get back to this Blazers Grizzlies game. Let's start here with the Grizzlies since they won. No Jonas Valanciunas at the 5, and Xavier Tillman fills in once again. It has a decent game. He had a great game his first game without Valanciunas stepping up in that starting 5, and now he has another good game out here. So another reason why the Blazers, another heartbreaking loss without Valanciunas. I mean, I thought the Grizzlies would flounder. I think we took this in our moneymaker. Blazers -3, man, oh man, truly unfortunate here. We had Nets -4.5, that hit. Cavs +1.5, that didn't hit. Nuggets -2, that didn't hit. Blazers -3 didn't hit. So some of these teams that we've been betting on, relying on all season, have kind of let us down last night. Truly unfortunate. But we'll get back on track today, folks. We're not worried about it. Alrighty, but back here to this game, the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves. So here we go. John Morant, 33 points, wonderful. 13 assists as well. 64% from the field, only 1 of 3 from 3. So a wonderful night by John Morant. Grayson Allen, lackluster night, truly. 2 points on 0 of 5 from 3 and only 1 of 6 from the field. 6 rebounds and 3 assists to go along with that. Xavier Tillman, as we said, at the starting 5, 12 points, 6 rebounds. Kyle Anderson, 14 points, 8 rebounds. And then Dylan Brooks at the 3, 25 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. And then they also got great production here off the bench. Jaren Jackson Jr. Yes, sir. Is this his first game all season, man? I think he's been out for basically the entire season here. What's his, he's been playing? What do we got? He has been playing, all right, recently. Alrighty, word. So he steps up big time out here. 23 points off the bench, 2 assists, 3 rebounds on 71% shooting. And then we also got DeAnthony Melton, 10 points off the bench as well. So wonderful job off the bench here. Very well done by the starters besides Grayson Allen, a -15 on the floor. Very, very not good. But the Grizzlies, man, they are so inconsistently good. It's crazy out here. Where are we at now with them? Are they now above 500? What do we got? 30-28. So once again, 2 games above 500. They've been towing the 500 line, a game above, a game below, right at 500 all season. They've got themselves at +2 in the win column. So I mean, they're at the 8th seed currently, a play-in tournament. They can get up to that kind of safe number 1 seed. They are only 2 games out from that. So we'll see how they kind of finish up these last about 14 games that every team has. But yeah, I'm interested. I like this Grizzlies team. They are a little inconsistent on how they win and when they lose. Not having Valanciunas, they win. Having Valanciunas, they lose. Facing an easier opponent against the Knicks, not great. Losing in overtime. I know the Knicks are good now. Relax. But yeah, so a good win here for the Grizzlies. Let's just leave it at that. And let's definitely shout out Xavier Tillman for stepping up and getting it done in role of no Valanciunas. Alrighty, now let's go to the Blazers. Yusuf Nurkic finally had a good game, and he better have gone against Xavier Tillman finally, but they still just could not get it done. They have the last chance opportunity. Nurkic takes the game winner. Why is Nurkic taking the game winner? Have y'all not learned your lesson? Over the 3 losses, CJ McCollum, Norman Powell, Yusuf Nurkic have all taken the last shot, and it does not go. It doesn't go. Why are you not giving the ball to Damian Lillard? I know he was out, but he wasn't out for these last 2 games. I think he was out for that 3rd game, where they still lost by 1, but that doesn't excuse why he's not getting the ball at the last second. We know he's got ice in his veins, folks. Come on, it's Dame Dollar Bill, y'all. Come on, give this man the last shot. So super disappointing that he's not getting the last shot out here. that he's not having the chance to kind of win the games himself, make his MVP case. I mean, if he would have hit these last two back-to-back games, losing by like 1 and 2 points, and he hit the game winner both these games, I mean, man, oh man, his MVP would skyrocket. But they don't give him the ball. So here we go. Why did the Blazers lose? Damian Lillard, 27 points, 5 assists. He shot 3 of 11 from 3. Could have been better. CJ McCollum, 22 points, 7 assists, 9 rebounds. He shot 4 of 10 from 3. Nurkic, and oh my God, an absolute monster game, and definitely needed, but it still results in a loss. So man, oh man. But he had 26 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists. A wonderful night by him. Shot 73% as well. Efficient as heck. Robert Covington at the 4, 7 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. He shot 22% on 9 shots. Not great. And then Norman Powell, 13 points, 2 assists, 1 of 3 from 3. So not bad there by the starters. And then they got good contribution off the bench. Carmelo Anthony, 13 points, 3 rebounds. Enes Kanter, 12.7 rebounds. But that's it. Derrick Jones Jr. still, 6 points on 3 shots, not doing anything out there. Anthony Simons not taking up those shots, 2 points in 8 minutes on 1 shot. So unfortunate here by the Blazers. They didn't have that 20-point performer off the bench. Still kept it close. Just going to hit the last shot. Nurkic going to be clutch. Man, oh man. Blazers, nobody's clutch besides Damian Lillard on this team, man. And if you're not giving them the ball, you can't be clutch, right? All right, and then the last game of the night. The Warriors and the Nuggets. And man, oh man, another win here for the Warriors. And got to give them so much credit here for winning. Nuggets win streak without Jamal Murray unfortunately comes to an end, so we'll see why. But let's start here with the Warriors. Kelly Oubre Jr. once again coming off the bench. Still playing starting minutes, 32 minutes, but he's coming off the bench. And that's absolutely, I would say that's that's definitely working for the Warriors. We've been seeing Steph Curry and Kelly Oubre Jr. together on the floor, and it doesn't work. Both starting together, and it doesn't work. But now, ever since he's been coming off the bench, they've been winning games, folks. So I got to give it up for Steve Kerr fixing the lineup here, adjusting it so it works, so you win games. So much credit. And Kelly Oubre Jr. is flourishing off the bench. It's like he's better off the bench, even though he's still playing starting minutes, than if he's starting. So once again, huge credit to Steve Kerr out there. But let's talk about the Warriors real quick, the players. Steph Curry, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists on 4 of 9 from 3, 61% from the field. A plus 27 on the floor, so still locking it up defensively as well. Truly wonderful. Michael Mulder gets the starting kind of nod at the starting 2 where Kelly Oubre Jr. used to play. Michael Mulder, 14 points on 60% shooting, 2 of 3 from 3. We'll take that all day. Kevon Looney still at the 5, 2 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. Draymond Green, 2 points, 19 assists, 12 rebounds. Only took 3 shots. That's Draymond's game right here. Just facilitating the floor, being the captain, being a leader on the floor. Love it. And then Andrew Wiggins, 19 points, 7 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Fantastic night. 3 of 6 from 3, 50% overall from the field. What we can rely on Andrew Wiggins to do. Wonderful job. And then off the bench, folks, yes, mother-loving sir, Kelly Oubre Jr., 23 points, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 3 assists, 6 rebounds on 3 of 7 from 3, 56% from the field. So wonderful night by Kelly Oubre Jr. He's not been putting up these numbers like this in the starting rotation. So wonderful job there. And then let's also shout out Jordan Poole, 15 points, 2 steals, 3 assists off the bench as well. So that great bench production. Oh, and let's not forget Juan Toscano Anderson, 9 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds on 57% shooting. So wonderful job here by the bench. Great job by the stars of Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins getting it done in that starting lineup, and then just having Kelly Oubre Jr. run the floor with the second team a little bit, with the starters a little bit, and they're just getting it done. So well done to the Warriors, getting back on track here with the win, coming off that loss against the Wizards, I believe. And now let's talk about this Nuggets team real quick. Like we said, no Jamal Murray. Facundo Campazzo still filling in for that starting point guard position. Austin Rivers played 22 minutes off the bench. We'll talk about him in a second, but let's start here with the starters. Facundo Campazzo, 7 points on 12% shooting on 8 shots. Not the greatest, 4 assists to go along with that. Will Barton only played a minute. Jokic, 19 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Aaron Gordon, 17 points on 54% shooting, 6 rebounds to go along with that. Michael Porter Jr., leading scorer for the squad, 26 points, 5 rebounds. He shot 7 of 14 from 3. And then off the bench, just nothing good at all. Nothing great anywhere from this team. Besides Michael Porter Jr. had a good game, but Aaron Gordon, Jokic, 17, 19 points respectively, not going to get it done. So they needed another scorer out here, couldn't get it. Austin Rivers, 6 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds off the bench. It's decent, but it needs to be more. It needs to be better. Make up for that lackluster scoring that Jamal Murray no longer can provide. Just nothing. Paul Millsap didn't even have a good game. 3 points. He had 4 assists and 7 rebounds, but we need scoring to come from somewhere. We need it. Without Jamal Murray, nobody could kind of make up for that. So Nuggets lose. They only put up 97 points. Truly unfortunate there. Warriors get the win, 118-97 over the Nuggets. Alrighty, let's go to what we've got on tap for today in the NBA. We got Raptors and Knicks tipping off in about 6 minutes on ESPN. Then we get the 76ers and Bucks at 3:30 ESPN. So we got some nice kind of early nationally televised games, and we got a late cap too. Woo, fantastic. 3 games on today. We get Pistons, Pacers on later. Spurs, Pelicans, Bulls, Heat, Lakers, Mavs, Timberwolves, Jazz, and the Rockets and the Nuggets. The Lakers, Mavericks are on ABC at 8:30 tonight. So if you're around at 8:30, watch the game. Alrighty, let's go to our moneymaker. Let's see. I don't know if we're gonna be able to squeeze in this first game up. I think we might be a little too late. Knicks, Raptors. Let's see. Tip off yet? Has not. So we're good. All right, we can talk about it. Here we go. Knicks, Raptors. We still got 5 minutes to spare here. So here we go. Raptors -1, Knicks +1. The game is tipping off in 5 minutes, so we should know everybody who's in and out here to make a real good, clear decision. So for the Raptors, Rodney Hood is out, Paul Watson and Chris Boucher is out. Some decent scoring there. Not off the bench, but it's decent scoring with Chris Boucher and Rodney Hood. And then for the Knicks, what do we got? Alec Burks is out, and then Miles Powell is a game-time decision. So nothing truly out there for the Knicks, just kind of the usual suspects there. So I'm going to take the Knicks +1 here. Let's keep riding this Knicks train. Absolutely. We'll ride it till the wheels fall off. We just put them at number 6 in our power rankings. Fantastic. Well done there. So got to give it up for this Knicks team. RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Reggie Bullock getting it done for the starters, just being clutch. I mean, Reggie Bullock being clutch almost every game here. So got to give it up for him, hitting big shots in the fourth quarter. Derrick Rose off the bench, Taj Gibson off the bench, even Nerlens Noel as the starter, man. He's really been getting it done. Solid work by him. So, and I'm a decent Nerlens Noel fan out here. He's getting it done. So absolutely love seeing that man have some success here in the league. So we'll take the Knicks +1 tonight. Let's see how they fare here against the Raptors. Alrighty, 76ers and the Bucks. 76ers +7.5, Bucks -7.5. We're going to probably stay away from this game because it is in a back-to-back. Let's see if Ben Simmons is back in this game, though. For the 76ers, Joel Embiid is a game-time decision. Ben Simmons is still out, and Furkan Korkmaz is a game-time decision. So we'll still definitely have to stay away from this one. If Ben Simmons was playing, we probably would have taken this game, but the spread would not be +7.5, folks. And then for the Bucks, everybody's good to go. So yeah, definitely staying away from this game. Second game in a back-to-back of these two teams facing each other. So we usually stay away from that. All right, then we get the Pistons and the Pacers. Pistons +4.5, Pacers -4.5. For the Pacers, Rodney McGruder is out. Jeremy Grant is questionable. Dennis Smith is out. And then for the Pacers, Jeremy Lamb, game-time decision. Doug McDermott, game-time decision. Miles Turner out. Sabonis out. And then Goga Badazi is a game-time decision. So, staying away from this one. 2 trash teams. The Pacers are trash. They've been trash. Even with Sabonis, they still kind of trash. But, now that he's out as well, definitely staying away from that game. Bulls, Heat. Bulls +4.5. Heat -4.5. Alrighty, this Heat team is floundering big time. Zach LaVine is still out for the Bulls. And for the Heat, Victor Oladipo is still out. So, hey, this Bulls team, it's on a 1-game winning streak. Just beat the Hornets the other night with just kind of Zach LaVine out there by himself. So I'm going to take the Bulls here +4.5. Heat on a back-to-back. Heat not being able to win games. I don't know what it is about them. They shouldn't be struggling this much without Victor Oladipo. They weren't struggling this much without him in the first place before they got him. So really, really don't know why they're still struggling here without him. But I'll take the Bulls +4.5. Let's ride this Bulls team. They are in desperate need of wins here. They are are slowly getting kind of blocked out here of that 10th seed. They just lost that 10th seed, which they've had for basically the entire season. They just lost it to the Wizards, and now they're a full game back from that Wizards. So we know the Pacers are going to start falling in some games. Let's see if the Bulls can maybe kind of steal their spot. I mean, we don't even want the Pacers in the play-in tournament anyway. I would love to see the Bulls, the Raptors, the Cavs in there in lieu of the Pacers here for the play-in tournament. So we'll take the Bulls plus 4.5 here tonight. Jokic gets it done by himself. Kobe White potentially, hopefully has a good game. Definitely going to need him if we want to cover the spread here. But let's see how they do here on a one-game winning streak. Desperately need to win to kind of keep in rhythm, momentum of that 10 seed chase. So Bulls plus 4.5. We'll take it. Alrighty, Spurs, Pelicans, Spurs plus 3, Pelicans minus 3. I only got to swallow 3 with the Pelicans here. Ooh, I think we love it. All right, here we go for the Spurs. Rudy Gay is a game-time decision. DeMar DeRozan is a game-time decision as well. That's 2 huge pieces. Rudy Gay for the bench, DeMar DeRozan for the starters. Definitely need both of those players. And then for the Pelicans, James Johnson's a game-time decision. Steven Adams is the game-time decision. Josh Hart and Nickeil Alexander-Walker are both out still. But I'm going to rock with this Pelicans team, man. I mean, they just blew out the Magic the other night, and we know the Spurs team is nothing great. They're very inconsistent. They are on a one-game winning streak, but they just beat the Pistons, and they didn't blow it. Well, they did kind of blow them out a little bit. 15-point win, but I'll take the 30-point win over the Magic. So I'm going to take the Pelicans here. I mean, we all know Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram can get it done themselves. They just need somebody else to step up, whether it's Lonzo. Can't really rely on him too much for the scoring. Eric Bledsoe definitely can't rely on him for the scoring. So definitely need somebody to step up here. But, I mean, I'm going to trust it over the Spurs team that has 2 key pieces being potentially game-time decisions. We'll see if either one of those go. DeMar DeRozan probably goes since he didn't play last game. But I'm still taking the Pelicans here at home, looking for them to get it done. I mean, they can they even make this play-in tournament? I mean, it's such a pity that they're not even close here. And look at this. I mean, Spurs at 10, Pelicans at 11. So if the Pelicans want any chance here, they're 3.5 games back. Is that right? Yeah, 3.5 games back from that 10 seed that the Spurs have. So this is a must-win game here for the Pelicans, and we're going to bet on it here tonight. Let's get it done, Zion. Let's get it done, Lonzo. Have a fantastic game. Be that good scorer. Be that good facilitator. Be the good passer. I mean, we need it here. We need y'all to start winning games consistently. It's got to start now for this kind of playoff push here. Pelicans need to win. We'll take a -3. Alrighty, Lakers, Mavericks. Lakers plus 2, Mavericks -2. Mavericks at home. LeBron is out. Marc Gasol, game time decision. Markieff Morris, game time decision. KCP, game time decision. Anthony Davis, game time decision. Andre Drummond, game time decision. Dennis Schroeder's a game time decision. Now, I'm sure all those players are playing with the spread being Lakers plus 2. For the Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis, a game time decision. Maxi Kleber, game time decision. Josh Richardson, a game time decision. Now, Kristaps Porzingis may not play this game, honestly. Let's see if we get anything here from Fantasy Labs. Still probably going to take the Mavericks -2 here. Still can't really trust this Lakers team. We're still not really sure if Anthony Davis is still on minutes restrictions. We knew he only played 16 minutes the last game. Is that going to be up a little bit more here? Him being a game time decision? Probably not. But we don't get anything concrete here on this Lakers team. Unfortunately, Markieff Morris is probable. KCP is probable. Dennis Schroeder probable. So like we said, I mean, all those players probably are going to be playing here. Andre Drummond, probable. But we don't have anything on the big boy, the big man, Anthony Davis. So we're going to stay away from this one. It's on primetime nationally televised television. 8:40 ABC. But we'll just watch this one, enjoy it, and won't bet on that one because it's the Lakers, it's the Mavericks. Is Anthony Davis playing? We're not sure. So we'll stay away from it. All right, last 2 games up. Timberwolves, Jazz. Timberwolves plus 12, Jazz -12. All righty, I think I like the Timberwolves here. I don't know if their heart going to be in it now that they are officially eliminated from the playoffs. I'm assuming it's going to be because, I mean, they weren't going to make the playoffs anyway. But for the Timberwolves, Malik Beasley's out. Jalen Noel is a game-time decision. And then for the Jazz, just Donovan Mitchell is still out. But I'm taking the Timberwolves plus 12 here. Yeah, their season's over, but I like what we've been seeing from them over these last couple of games here. And we get 12 points here. The Jazz, let's see kind of if they can continue to win games without Donovan Mitchell and still kind of blow out teams, knowing that now they're a little less deep because, Mike Conley and Joe Ingles both have to be in the starting lineup now. So I'm taking the Timberwolves plus 12 here. Nothing to kind of lose, everything to gain. Let's kind of, get right for next season. Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if D'Angelo Russell's back in the starting lineup now that they're officially eliminated from the playoffs. Bring Ricky Rubio down to the bench. Let's see. Let's start getting some early work of D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, and Karl Anthony Towns because that's what I want to see next season, folks. I want to see this Timberwolves team kind of be a little bit of a force to be reckoned with next season when everybody's healthy because we've seen them all healthy in this kind of back half of the season, a little too late, but it's still decent play, and I'm kind of still about them. I'm still liking what I'm seeing from those three big players, the three main players on that Timberwolves team. So I'll take the 12 there absolutely all day. Timberwolves keep it close. And then the last game of the night, the Rockets and Nuggets, and Rockets plus 14, Nuggets minus 14. Yes, sir. I think I'm taking the Rockets here plus the points, folks. Oh, maybe not. Here we go. DJ Augustine is out. Eric Gordon is out. John Wall is out on rest, not playing in the back-to-back. Avery Bradley's a game-time decision. Sterling Brown is out. Christian Wood's a game-time decision. That's the biggest key right there. David Waba, Dante Exum, Kevin Porter all out. So huge outs there. And then for the Nuggets, Will Barton and Monte Morris are game-time decisions. So we will have to stay away from this one. If Christian Wood, Kelly Olynyk, and John Wall were all playing, we would have taken those 14 points all day. But John Wall being out, Kevin Porter being out, who's going to be their guards that step up? I mean, probably nobody. So probably lackluster scoring-wise for this Rockets team. We know the Nuggets just had lackluster scoring last game, so we'll see if they clean it up in this back-to-back, but we'll stay away from that one. Not any good value here either way. Maybe the under 221 is the way to go because I don't know if the Rockets are going to be putting up that many points. Alrighty. So that's our moneymaker for tonight's action. Knicks plus 1, which unfortunately has tipped off, so going to have to get that in a live bet. But for tonight's action, Bulls plus 4.5, Pelicans minus 3, Timberwolves plus 12. I'm loving it all, folks. I'm loving it all. Who just went down to minus 7.5? Oh, okay, they were just kind of fixing that. All right, never mind. We're good there. All right, so that's our moneymaker for tonight. Bulls plus 4.5, Pelicans minus 3, Timberwolves plus 12. Alrighty, let's head over to our little NFL draft prospect of the day. We all know kind of the main quarterbacks going to be taken in this draft. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, hopefully not, but probably. Trey Lance. Am I forgetting one? Is that 5? Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson's that other one I missed. But what is this kind of other quarterbacks that are still out there in this draft looking like? Can we still buy them? Are they viable options? Can they maybe, 2 years sitting, maybe learn a little bit? So that's what we're going to look at today. Maybe just kind of a fun little quarterback. Let's see if he's going to be good or not in this league. So today we're looking at Davis Mills from Stanford, a quarterback. So we'll look at some his stats, we'll look at the tape and just kind of see if this man's looking good all around. So, little history of Davis Mills here. Stanford quarterback, 6'4", 225. He was redshirted in 2017. He was trying to be compared to like Tua a little bit. He was kind of rivaling Tua a little bit in that 2017 draft class a little bit. But redshirted 2017, 2018 only played basically like garbage minutes in a game. He put up two throws in 2018. Then he gets 2019. The starting quarterback from Stanford gets injured, so he steps in 2019, keeps the job in 2020 here. So, 2019, 8 games played, 65% completion percentage, good. 1,900 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So, not great there, touchdown to interception ratio. Only 2 in college is not great, honestly. 2 in NFL is good, 2 to 1 touchdown to interception ratio. That's good, but, I mean, good in college is like 4. 4 to 1 touchdown to interception ratio, 5 to 1, 6. So, I mean, we see 10 to 1, we see 40 touchdowns, 4 interceptions all the time. That's not that hard to achieve if you're going to be a good quarterback in the league. So very lackluster stats here of 2019. And then 2020, just playing 5 games. Did Stanford only play 5 games 2020? They played 6. So which game did he not play in? They didn't get to a bowl game. So he just missed 1 game. Probably sat out their last game. What was their last game? Their last game was December 19th, 2020. And let's see what his last game was very quickly. Davis Mills' last game in 2020. December 19th against UCLA. So I forgot the other date. I forgot the other date. December 19th. Doesn't matter. He didn't play a game. He didn't play a game against Stanford, okay? Or for Stanford. And it was not the last game. All right, so he missed 1 game. All right. Played 5 games, 2020. 66% completion percentage, 1,500 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So once again, yes, he's not throwing that many touchdowns because, the season's short, but he's still having decent amount of interceptions, 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. So, he got, redshirted. Then he wasn't even the starter. Now he was starter because somebody got injured. So nothing really great here on the stats here for Davis Mills, which is to be expected if you're not kind of one of these highly talked about quarterbacks in this league or in this draft class. I mean, we only do talk about kind of a solid handful, about like 5 quarterbacks every single year in the draft. So, we're not knocking Davis Mills out here, but, we're not expecting him to be one of these best quarterbacks out here anyway. So nothing great here from the stats-wise. Never got to a bowl game, so never could see what he did in those games either. We like to weigh bowl games heavy because, at the end of the college season, you usually played a lot of garbage teams defensively. Because that's just defense is garbage in college anyway. So these bowl games, you face comparable opponents. You have a month to prepare for these games, so there's no reason for you not to be on your A game. So definitely a little bit of a knock there, a little bit of a red flag that we can't see what he's doing in the big game. No bowl game, definitely no playoff game for Stanford. So Davis Mills, nothing great here in the stat-wise, but we got some film to back him up, so let's see if he's kind of impressing us. Yes, he hasn't played a lot. Yes, he doesn't have the stats, but does he have the on-field throws, the tangibles? How is he looking out there on the field? And before we look at this, let's see what these records are looking like over these last couple of seasons. So played 8 games in 2019. What is his winning record there in these 8 games? Ooh, not good. Ooh, 3-5. Yikes, 3-5 as a starter in 2019 and then 2020 this season. Played 5 games. Oh, okay, 4-1. All right, we'll take that. We'll take the 4-1 this season. It's like Drew Lock, 4-1. His first couple of throws in the NFL, 2019. Then 4-9 the next season, so didn't improve. Trash, but hey, okay. I'll take the 4-1 this year for Davis Mills. All right, so here we go. 2020 highlights. What have you done for us lately? That's exactly what we have to look at because, he was, big, kind of highly sought after. His red shirt season, thought he was going to be good, but then it didn't make the starting roster, had to come in as backup. So what have you done for us lately, Davis Mills? Can we buy this man? So here we go. Davis Mills, quarterback from Stanford. Let's see how he's looking. Alrighty, first game up is against UCLA. Alrighty here, kind of throwing off of his back foot. Can't really step into the throw here. All arm strength, able to get it down the field. And he's throwing this from the 50, getting it all the way down to about the 15-yard line. So a good about 35-yard chunk there. All arm strength, placed it right on the money. Alrighty, fantastic. We'll take that. Good arm strength so far. We take this, film by film, play by play. Let's see what we're seeing, and then at the end of the culmination, we'll kind of give our final thoughts here. But so far, a good throw on that play. All right, back here, second throw against UCLA, going over the middle. Here we go, a little high inside, but who is this 81 man? He caught this one, this 81? Yes, sir, and then he's catching this high ball one-handed. Ooh, maybe we should be looking at this tight end. Oh, look at this man go! Holy moly! Who is this tight end? Okay, I was going to say he went to 81 again, going to 13 this time. Let's go back to this play. Here we go, staring him down the entire time. Comeback route, 50-50 ball. Defender just couldn't make a play on it, unfortunately. All right, here we go. Little bit of a shoulder fake on that left side, keeping his eyes on that right side of the field the entire time. But somebody finally finds his way open at the breakdown of the play, and he's able to pick up a first down. Alrighty, here we go again. Dropping back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, delivering the ball. Alrighty, so I love this. Oh, 13. Look at this man just lay out this defender right here. Boom. Oh, my gosh. Ooh, is number 13 draft eligible? Stanford's tight end and Stanford's number 13. Gosh darn, I'm loving it already. A nice tight throw here over the middle of the field, just getting it over that linebacker. Woof. Perfect touch on this ball over the middle of the field. Fantastic. Here we go. Back in the red zone. Going 50-50. Just barely got it over that one defender again. Look at this. Barely over that. Barely right in that pocket. Right where it needed to be. So we'll give it to him once again. Number 13 in the end zone. Going big. Catching the ball. Love it. All right, against UCLA again. Here we go, trying to get the win here, coming back. Down 7 with 44 seconds left at the 50. Can the man cap it off? Let's see. Here we go, throwing the ball at the 50-yard line. Avoiding the sack. Yes, sir. Goes to number 13. Ooh, he's down, though. Ooh. Does he get injured? Is he out for the season? Did he play for the rest of the season? This is the first game of the season. Well, is it? No, it's not. I lied. It's 3. They're 3-2 so far. So it's not the first game of the season. We take that back. But here we go. Oh, 13 still in the game. Here we go. In the red zone, delivering a strike over the middle. Just putting it exactly where it needed to be. Tie up the game. Clutch ability. Yes, sir. Davis Mills now in double overtime. 50-50 ball to number 13. Oh, my gosh. Drops it right in the pocket. I got to know who the heck is number 13 here for Stanford, because he needs to get drafted, and I know we have not looked at this man all season. So is he draft eligible? Stanford, number 13. We said plus 13. What's number? Here we go. Number 13. Who is Stanford's number 13? Holy moly. Come on, Stanford. Come on. Go Stanford.com. Number 13. Here we go. Where are you? Ethan Bonner, senior. Oh, yo. He's draft eligible. Is he even in the draft? Career stats. Here we go. Ethan Bonner, man. Number 13. Getting it done here. Oh, why'd they say senior? Oh, they say that he's a corner. Oh, okay, hang on. The heck? That ain't no corner. Interesting. Number 13 here. Oh, this is the wrong highlight package. All right. We got to get a little bit more technical here. We got to break it. I got to see what this man's looking like. I know Davis Mills probably isn't going to work in this league, but I think this wide receiver right here, number 13, I'm loving it. So let's go to this UCLA game. Last game that they had, too. Interesting. So, I mean, hey, last game for Davis Mills draws them down to win in double overtime. Absolutely fantastic. We'll take that absolutely all day long. All right, what is this man looking like? What is this man in double overtime? Kyle Phillips, here it is. Oh, freshman, sophomore from UCLA. Alrighty, watch out for this man next season. He only had 370 yards this season, but in a little bit of a lackluster season. Only 2 touchdowns. Are we looking at the right man? Because we just saw 2 touchdowns. It says he's number 2. The hell is going on here? What numbers are y'all seeing? What the hell is going on here? Am I just dumb? Am I just not seeing who this man is? It's number 13. It's number 13. What the heck is your name on the back of your jersey? Show us. Show us the back of your jersey. Oh my God, it just cuts right away. The hell does this say? Furman? What did number 13? Phillips? Could this be Phillips? No, right? No, that's not Phillips. I see an M or an N and an A at the end. All right, folks. I know we're supposed to be looking at this man, but there's more pressing things. I need to know the tight end. I need to know this man. What the heck? What more can we do? I know he's number 13, and I definitely know that this is not a cornerback. They don't got two 13s. They don't have that. I cannot believe what we are seeing here, folks. How are we not seeing this man? Kyle Phillips. Is it him? Oh, that's UCLA. All right, here we go. This is it. All right, here it is. It's Semi Fehoko. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is it. 3 touchdowns. Did they all come against that UCLA game? All 3 touchdowns came against that UCLA game. So, hey, he had a fantastic game. Oh, my goodness. No, wow. Wow, okay. So he's not that good regularly, but he has Davis Mills throwing to him. Is this man in the draft? Is he draft eligible? Simi Fehoko. Fehoko. I'm loving it already, but if he's going into a senior year, he in the draft? I think he is. I think he is draft eligible. I think he's in the draft. Prospect grade of 5.93. Is that good? How good is 5? Ooh, oh yeah, no, not good, not good. It goes all the way up to 8. But hang on. He's 5.93. That's actually pretty good. What did they say about 5.93? 5.93, 5.8 to 5.9. Backup special teamer. Okay. Alrighty. What's 6.0? Development traits based prospect. Yeah, I would say that. Good backup who could become starter. I would give him 6.1 to 6.2. I'm liking it already. Alrighty. Ooh, he's the cousin of a former NFL player, Alfred Pupuno. Fehoko, Pupuno. No wonder they're cousins. And several other cousins played in college football. So he's got the blood. He's got the NFL blood in him. He's got the blood. I came from the bloodline. Y'all don't know my blood. Just look at my blood. I got the blood. Alrighty, so, okay. Alrighty, let's take this, man. Let's watch out for Simi Fehoko going late in the draft, folks. 6th, 5th, 4th rounder? Okay, alrighty. Now the other pressing matter. Who is the tight end? Who the heck is the tight end? Let's get a number on this man. 81. Oh, yeah, 81. Woo! Yes, sir. Let's see this man. Semi Fehoko. Good luck in the draft, my man. But let's look at number 81. Can we go to 81 now? I mean, he's still number 13. Still, where is Semi Fehoko? Maybe because he's not on the team anymore. They got rid of him. They kicked him off the page. This is 2021 spring. Yeah, okay. So we got to go to 2020 football roster. All right, so it was just our part, not getting the dates right. We just assumed dates would be correct, unfortunately. But let's go back to number 13. Are we getting Semi Fehoko? Yes, we are. Semi Fehoko. Fantastic. All right, now we can go to 81 and get the freaking line or the tight end and be fine. All righty, 81. Here you go. Y'all ready? Bryson Tremaine. Let's get his name. He's a junior. All righty. I want to see this man's stats. See if he's draft eligible. All right, 2 years in, 265 yards receiving, no touchdowns this year, and he had his best game in this game we're looking at. 88 yards, his best game against UCLA. Just wild. All right, so everybody's inflated in this game. All right, let's see what they're saying. Is this man in the draft? Probably not. He's got only 2. He only got 2. Don't think he is. We can go back here, actually. Let's go to 2021. Is he still on the roster here in 2021 spring football? I'll give us a better indication if he's draft eligible. We didn't see Semi Fehoko on this. So if we see our tight end here. All right, he is coming back, Bryson Tremaine. So watch out for this man next year. Let's keep an eye on this man because I love those one-handed catches. Absolutely fantastic. Bryson. Tremaine. Alrighty. Next year's draft. Watch out for Semi Fehoko this year. Bryson Tremaine next year. All right, let's go back to Davis Mills here. Let's see if anything's good. Very well done for winning the game here. Very well done to Semi Fehoko. Get it done. All right, here we go against Oregon State now. This time just kind of a setup screen. It goes all the way down for the touchdown. Unfortunately, we're not going to see any more Semi Fehoko or Bryson Tremaine because, I mean, both their best games were against that UCLA team. But here we go. Is that Semi Fehoko again? Deep ball. Yes. Yes. Yo, late draft prospect Semi Fehoko, folks. Look at him go up and get the ball. Yes, sir. How deep is this? Let's count the yards. Throwing it from the, flea flicker. We'll give it to 40. We're going to call it 40 all the way down to the 5. Oh, boy. That's 50 yards clean. Clean. Man, oh, man. 40 all the way down to the 5. 55 yards, 50, 55, whatever you want to call it. Here we go. Davis Mills scrambling out. Oh, and the man can run. Some good speed here. Ryan Tannehill-esque. Ryan Tannehill-esque speed, maybe a little faster, a little quicker, it seemed. Look at him go. RT17, baby. Davis Mills, DM15, RT17. Yes, sir. Speed is speed here. All right, underthrown ball that was broken up and then luckily caught. Alrighty, good catch on the ground. I mean, bad ball here, way underthrown. I mean, the corner wasn't even looking behind him, so I mean, free play for the wide receiver to go make it. All right, here we go against Washington now. A little bit of a back shoulder throw. Let's see how this one looked a little bit inside here. Once again, the defender just a hair away from making a play on that one. All right, back against Washington here. Nice throw there for 13 yards. Alrighty, nothing great. 2nd and 4. Let me see Semi Fehoko again. Just getting it. Oh my goodness, this Washington team has got to be pissed at themselves. They're like, we're just missing these balls by an inch. An inch. And I don't think Davis Mills is purposely putting that kind of extra inch on this ball. I don't know, man. All right, here we go against Washington. Big old lead here, 21-3. Anything good here? We might call this. I mean, I'm already more impressed by the wide receiver and the tight end than the quarterback. I don't care about this quarterback anymore. I care about Semi Fehoko, folks. I want him to get drafted first round. Alrighty. I'm a little over this Davis Mills guy already. I'm not seeing anything great here. That's a good ball. I'll give him that one. How far is this? From it 40, 30 yards, 35 yards. Nothing great. Okay, we don't need replays. We see it. We see it. All right, here we go in the red zone. From the 3-yard line. Play action pass. There it is. Yes, sir. Hit him. All right, took a little bit while to get there. Got to kind of strike it in. Strike it in right there. Right there. Got to strike it in right here. Kind of lobbed it. And it's still good. It's still a good choice, to, but it's open now. He didn't need that kind of extra. Gave him a little extra time for the defender to come over. But still, overall, good throw. We'll give it to him. Nice little kind of lob in the corner of the end zone. Love it. All right, Washington started to come back. Davis Mills got to do something here. Comeback route, easy. Once again, these receivers. Is this Semi Fehoko? Number 13, another one-handed catch. Y'all call this man a backup? Oh, I'm calling him a number 2. I don't know about backup. But number 2, yes, sir. I know we're supposed to be looking at Davis Mills, but I'm loving Fehoko. Semi Fehoko, yes. Look at this one-handed catch. Another one, fantastic. Oh, alrighty, I'm loving this, man. I think we draft Semi Fehoko. Definitely stay away from Davis Mills, but here we go, taking off. He's got some good speed. He does look quick out there. I will give him that. Gonna run again here. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Diving down. I like that. Get what all you can get. Don't take the hit. I love it. Ooh, there he is again. What is NFL doing? Giving him a 5.9 grade. All right. Good throw there. Good catch. It's not Semi Fehoko, but. All right. I just want to see. Any more Semi Fehoko out here? Who this? That's not Semi. Where's Semi Fehoko? Who's this number 4? He was looking pretty good there. Runs it in for the touchdown himself. This is him. Fehoko. Watch this man come off the line. Can't get him in the shot. He looks to be all the way down here, just coming across slanting. Wise. He's open. Good catch. 15 yards. Clean, baby. Fehoko. Not there in the red zone. Damn it. Fehoko here? No, Fehoko. Fehoko running the ball. Fehoko getting it in the end zone? No. Fehoko back in the red zone? No. Fehoko getting sacked? No. Here we go. Who's this? Took a big hit. That's not Fehoko. Thank goodness. We can't see that man get injured. Here we go. End zone? Not Fehoko. Number 4, though. Alrighty. Here we go. Down the field. Fehoko? No. Number 4. Alrighty. Number 4 is looking a little impressive, but Fehoko is impressing us a little bit more already. Alrighty. So, watching Davis Mills, I'm a little bit more impressed with Semi Fehoko, honestly. So, get that man drafted. Definitely good wide receiver depth in this year's draft. Go out and get this man late. He can make it work. How tall is he? Where's Semi Fehoko? Where is he? 6'4", yes! All day. Yeah. Yo, Semi Fehoko, I love this man. Yes, sir. Get this man drafted. Yes, sir. 6'4". Let him be your number 1. He's had Davis Mills throwing to him. Come on. Give the man a little bit more credit. Ooh, alrighty, folks. That's going to do it for us today, but I'm jazzed on this man. I'm about to just watch Semi Fehoko highlights for the rest of the day. Alrighty, folks. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We're back tomorrow. We are back tomorrow live noon Eastern, folks. Maybe we go heavy on Semi Fehoko tomorrow. Maybe. Alrighty, folks. We're out of here.